So hi, Jenene, thank you so much for being with me today to talk about a little bit about your business. I reached out to you because I know you're a pro. So maybe if you would just start by telling us who you are and what your business is, and then we can dive into the reason we're chatting.
Yeah, definitely. Hi, yeah, I'm Jenene Armstrong, and my business is Healthfit Coach. And I am a certified health coach, a certified personal trainer. And then with that, I'm also a women's fitness specialist, a TRX suspension training coach,
Oh, wow.
a core training specialist, and I'm certified in bar instructing. So I keep adding to my repertoire to be able to help my clients, more and more. But basically what I do is I work with women exclusively, and I help women who are struggling with aging, and all the stuff that comes with getting older and struggling through menopause and gaining extra weight that you can't control and running out of energy and just, not feeling yourself again. So I help women take charge when they're ready to take charge again, and they learn to ditch the diet mentality and learn to eat better for their unique bodies and how to get active again, and all the things that they need personally so they can live longer, live healthier, and live more active lives. And so that's what I do. And I do it through health coaching, and I do it through personal training, and I do both for some clients.
Wow. Okay. Well, and I'm nodding a lot because I'm like, oh, those are all things. Those are all things
That sounds real. It's real.
I'm with,
Yeah.
Great. Well, so I follow you a lot on Facebook and I think Instagram. Are you on Instagram? I don't know. I follow you a lot. You're out there. And I know I followed you with doing pickleball, and so you're a real pickleball fan, I think, and that. So I know you to be quite active as well. And so I really appreciate you taking time. But the reason I asked you to visit with me today was I was hoping you could share some stretching tips, because I don't know about anybody else, but I mean, I sit a lot for what I do. I spend a lot of time hunched over my computer, as you can see. But these days in quarantine, it seems like a lot of extra sitting is taking place. So I wondered if you'd share some stretching tips, maybe 5 or so, just to kind of simple ones that we could incorporate and hopefully get started on a better stretching routine as a rule. But
yeah, and you're right. This timing is perfect for this because we are all home so much more. We're not getting up and going anywhere like we used to, getting dressed and getting in our car and going to an office or whatever we do, or going to visit people. So we're home a lot. Mm-hmm. So the most important thing is to get up. Everybody needs to get up. Like every hour. So if you find yourself sitting too long, you can put a timer or something, a reminder on your phone, on your Apple Watch, on your Fitbits, do that automatically. They bing you to get up. But standing up, so I'm going to try and readjust this so that you can, I'm going to show you some stretches and things. This might be hard to see them,
okay,
but let's see what we can do. So standing up is like number 1, all right? Number 2 is breathing. So to simply re-energize is to take big breaths in, because we shallow breathe all the time. We just don't think about breathing, right? Mm-hmm. So even if you can't get up in the moment, big breaths in, bigger breaths out, and you're going to be bringing fresh oxygen into your body, okay? So simply getting up, standing up, and breathing are really good starters, okay?
Okay.
So a couple, so a lot of the stretches that I do, like warming up stretches with my clients, I'm going to show you some of those, which I think are also re-energizing, okay? So starting with breathing, and I know you can't see all of me in here, but I'm going to swoop down and take a big breath in. So I reach down, breathe it out. Do it again. And then do a little bit of a yoga pose. So you stretch back, stretch those shoulder blades, reach back, cactus into a cactus pose, and then dive down all the way to the floor. It's called the forward fold. Come back up with another big breath in, cactus pose, back up, forward fold down. And you can do as many of those as you want. And upper body moves. I like to do a lot of arm circles, both directions.
Those are hard. Those can be hard.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's an exercise, but you're moving things.
Yeah.
Reach out, pull over. So you're stretching your waist muscles out, your core muscles out, both sides. And obviously do as many of these as you want, right? This is all stuff you can do at your desk, wherever you are. And then rotate to the side. And when you do that, make sure you bring your ankle width. Don't just turn like that.
Also, like pivot the ball of your foot so that your ankle follows along.
Pivot on the ball of your foot, so you're less likely to strain your back, okay?
Okay.
So reaching both ways. And then continue that down to the floor and do some side lunges, but reach down to the opposite feet. I'm sorry I can't get the whole thing in here.
Well, we get the idea. And I'm paying attention to what you're doing, Jenene, because if I try to do it at the same time, I'm afraid I won't pay attention. So I feel really weird, but I am watching and I'm listening.
I know you are. Yeah, so, I mean, you're kind of like working all the way down, right? You start with breathing and loosen up your shoulders and your arms and your waist. And then you're doing hips side to side. And then squatting, just simple squats.
Oh.
Are a great way to stretch. It's a great exercise, but it's a great stretch as well.
Now, how low do you go, Jenene, or can you go at different levels?
How long did you say?
How low? I mean, I noticed.
Whatever you want, whatever's comfortable.
Okay.
And some people can't squat very low. I can't squat super low. I'll tip over. But all you're doing really is
stretching your calves or stretching your thighs. What's stretching
here?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But when you do a squat, you're sitting back into a chair.
Okay.
Not this. Like, I'm gonna sit down in a chair.
Okay.
And then you can go low, you can stay up high. What you're doing is just stretching out those legs.
Okay.
And then I'd finish up rolling my shoulders.
I can do those sitting down.
You can do that easily, both directions.
Yeah. Oh, always feels so good.
Oh, it does. Stretching it feels so good. And every time we do it, we say, oh, that feels so good. And then we don't do it often enough, do we?
It's just like breathing, you said, the shallow breathing. I'm like, oh, I'm a shallow breather. So.
Yeah, we don't think about breathing, and our body does it anyway, right? Because it has to. And often people hold their breath while they're doing exercises, and that's not necessary either. You need your breath to help you do those kind of things. So I'm always saying to clients, breathe. Don't stop holding your breath. Breathe.
Yeah. Well,
but
yeah. So those are great tips. I think you got us from the top. You got us to work in the lungs all the way to the bottom. Did you have this? I think that's a pretty good, those squats. Is that pretty much it? Because I have a zinger question I'm going to finish up with.
Okay.
Ready for it?
Yes.
It's in the coach.
I think so.
No, I was scared of you. But maybe I'm on a quest. And now that we're in quarantine and everything, and I'm just going to ask everybody I know who's, an expert at something. But what do you think holds us back from doing what's good for us? I mean, with all the people you work with, I mean, obviously by the time they're ready to see you, they're like ready to do something. They're really feeling bad and they want to turn things around. But if you were to throw out a theory there, why do you think the things that are really good for us are the things we tend to put off or not do? What's your theory?
It's I think it boils down to habits, and habits we form are the things that feel most comfortable to us and are probably easiest for us to do, which when it comes to not exercising, it's a whole lot easier to sit on the couch or to just not do anything, right? It takes effort to get up and exercise, even though we know it makes us feel better. But it's finding the time and making the effort. And our habits have us, let's do whatever feels best to us at the time, which is more likely not exercising until you get into the habit of making that part of your life. And it's the same with eating. You know, it's easier to eat fast, readily prepared, sugary comfort foods. And we know it makes us feel good for a little bit of time. And it takes a little bit more work to prepare healthier food sometimes. And again, it's habit. And when you start to change those habits and you work at it for a little while, pretty much then it becomes naturally what you do. You know, it feels better, it makes you feel better, you have more energy, you just overall feel better when you eat well and exercise regularly, but it takes some time to get into that habit. So habits is what holds us back. And habit change can be hard, but it's definitely worthwhile.
True enough. True enough. Well, again, thank you so much for sharing these tips. I can't wait to put this up. I can't wait to practice my stretching more because I know I need it. And so thank you for sharing the time, Jenene.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Let's see. I'm going to stop.